If you hear me!
What's good, people, and welcome back to another episode of HIYHM News Drop. I am your humble host, Fraz, and joining me as always is the kayfabe assassin, Mr. Andy Nero, and the ring historian himself, Dirty Dave. We will be diving into all the latest news from WWE this week, but before we get started, ladies and gentlemen, you know the drill by now. Please hit that like button, smash the bell for notifications, and if you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe, because we post weekly wrestling content. So, gents, without further ado, let's get into it. How are we both? Andy?
Fucking awful, big man. I know it's probably inside the minute, so we might get demonetized. But yeah, fucking run down, exhausted, full of cold, but I have chicken.
Chicken. And David? Do you
Protein
have
gut.
chicken?
I've had enough chicken this week. I think I worked out I've had it, 4 times in the last 6 days. So yeah, I'm doing well with my chicken. But yeah, no, all good. Just trying to recover from watching 1 billion hours of SummerSlam. But yeah, that's good.
Excellent work. Well, as I say, without further ado, let's get into it. I always find it hard to recap SmackDown when we've had a PLE at the weekend. But we'll breeze through it. Obviously, huge talking point. John Cena, after nearly 2 decades, turns heel, and 6 months later, on a random episode of Raw at SmackDown, just before SummerSlam, decides he's going to turn into a babyface again. I, for one, felt it was quite peculiar. I didn't really get it. For me, it's probably more of a ripping the Band-Aid off and jumping out of a plane. With the whole heel run thing, they didn't get the payoff they wanted. I think had Rock or Travis Scott come back at any point to try and close this chapter, per se, it might have been better, but I think they just thought, fuck it, let's just turn him face before this huge rematch with Cody at SummerSlam. What are your thoughts on that, Davey?
Yes.
Hated it?
Took the wind out of my sails, I think, for SummerSlam. I've got to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, because immediately I then don't care about Cena again. So it kind of took the shine off the main match. Yeah, I thought it was a really weird SmackDown. I was hoping it was a bit of a ruse, but no. Alas, we're back. But yeah, we'll talk about it more in SummerSlam, I'm sure. But yeah, I was unimpressed.
Thoughts, Andy? Thoughts, feelings, hot takes?
Respectfully, could not agree less. I actually really enjoyed the fact that they decided to turn John Cena face. He gets the respect pop. The guy's been there for 25 years. He deserves to have his moment, even if it is his last moment, in the sun, shining bright like a diamond. And yeah, I think the face turn was odd. The heel turn was weird. It never paid off. He even said during the promo on SmackDown, like, the people I turned for never helped me out, never backed me up. They left me to my own devices. And that was like throwing shade at Rock and Travis and things like that. And I didn't hate that. His justification for turning back face being that Cody splashed him and then forged his signature was a bit odd. But, you know, he is the champ. Or he was the champ, and he was there. But yeah, I quite liked it for what it was. I didn't hate it, and I quite liked the... I mean, again, we'll get into it in SummerSlam. I loved the main event of night 2. I thought it was really good. So, yeah.
Cool. Only other thing I want to mention about SmackDown is we actually saw Giulia, and Zelina Vega got her rematch. Well, thank God Giulia won. But yeah, I thought it was a half decent match. Lots of near falls. Just showcase the talent of Giulia. I think she is definitely the future of that title. They just need to get her in some better feuds, as we have discussed in previous shows. The whole Zelina Vega experiment obviously failed miserably. I just hope they don't do the same with Giulia.
Yeah, I think Well, Giulia's also got a mouthpiece now, hasn't she? Even though her English is okay,
Yeah.
she's now got a mouthpiece in Kiana James, or like an assistant, and I don't hate that. I think Stephanie Vaquer could also benefit from that, not wanting to get off topic. But, yeah, I think people like Asuka, Stephanie, Giulia would always benefit from having a mouthpiece that speaks English, and that's not being racist, that's just a fact. You know, you can sell more tickets, you can sell more merch by having an English-speaking mouthpiece.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
Cool. Any thoughts, David, or
It's
would you like
Selena,
to move on?
just Selena Vega, isn't it? I mean, it's stale, no crowd reaction, no one cares, crap music. She's done unless they fix something with her pretty quick, because she's actually got ability. She's actually got a really unique look, and she could be really, really good. I can't see how no one else can kind of see that the current presentation isn't working, but hey, we said this about Naomi last year, you know, coming out feeling the glow, all that it was dead boring and no one cared about. And look where we are now. So it can all change. It could be part of the story, but it's hard watching on TV when no one gives a shit. It's hard to sit and watch. You know, yeah. So again, tough SmackDown for me.
It sort of sucks the energy out of the room a bit, I think. And
Yeah.
I think a lot of it is down principally to her music. No one likes that music. It's dog shit music. If she
It's
had
so
any
bad.
kind of decent fucking music from Def Rebel or from CFO Dollar Sign or whoever, just give us some fucking music that's catchy, that's interesting, that does something, not just bing, 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 bing.
Oh,
No one cares.
you're right. It's DOA as soon as it starts.
She gets instant go-away X-Pac heat from me every single time she comes through the curtain. And I'm just like, no, I don't want to see you because I hate your fucking music. Leave. So,
Totally agree.
Okay, well, if you're watching this, you'll probably wonder why we're not going to talk about SummerSlam, because we're going to do a separate show for that. So I will move on to Raw. Beginning of Raw was fantastic. I've read so much stuff online, as you do each week. Lots of people didn't like that Seth cashed in and won, don't like his outfits, doesn't like his music, doesn't like the fact that the crowd cheers him. I thought when they came in, he was fucking epic. I love Seth Rollins. I think the outfits differentiate him from the rest of the roster, let alone the faction. We had Paul Heyman kick off the promo, who I thought was excellent. I loved how he built up the future. And as Seth said, you got the past, the present, and the future right there. Good promo. We finally got a name for the group, which I think everyone online thought it was going to be the Vision. I am excited. I think it was the right decision for him to cash in at SummerSlam. It was the ruse of the century, as we've alluded to. Fantastic job of keeping that secret. But yeah, superb opening segment.
agreed. No,
Agreed.
Yeah, 100% agree. I thought Seth looked fantastic on Raw. I actually thought he looked better on Raw than he did at SummerSlam. But yeah, awesome. No problems with any of that opening segment on Raw at all. Thought it was great.
And I liked LA Knight as well, if that counts. I thought he came out and said some very good points. Made
Yeah.
some salient observations about, you know, I'm the last guy to beat you, and I'm gonna be the next guy to beat you, and this time it's gonna be for the title. I thought it was really, really cool, and it puts to bed all the bullshit over the weekend about, oh, Triple H doesn't like LA Knight, he's gonna fucking screw him over again and get released. It's like, no, come on.
I don't know. I still the jury is out for me in terms of whether creative like him or not, because once again, he was in a main event segment and got bumped down by two of the hottest stars on the roster, which was Roman and CM Punk. You all of a sudden forget about LA Knight. It's not to say that I don't like him being interjected in that position, and it makes perfect sense. I mean, we always talk about, you know, for example, if someone loses the title, why are they not getting a rematch? Well, LA Knight was the last person to beat the current champion. So it's nice that they paid that back for us, and it all linked in together quite well. I'm personally not ready to see LA Knight as champion, and I don't think I ever will. However, you know, good on him. If he gets some success out of this, it'd be great. But he's definitely in that main event sort of echelon of wrestlers now.
Well, he's so over, isn't he? And he can wrestle pretty much anyone, and he gets a reaction, regardless of who he wrestles, which is great. So it's money on the table, isn't it? At the end of the day, win, lose or draw.
Absolutely. And at the end of the day, Razor, Owen, Regal, all fantastic wrestlers in their own right, never won the world title. You don't need to win a world title to be considered a great wrestler.
No.
It can just be something that you don't get, you know? It is what it is.
100%.
So it'll be
100%.
Interesting to see what happens now moving forward with LA Knight, with Seth Rollins, with the Vision.
We're going to start building to Survivor Series. So there'll be a couple of random tag matches or handicap matches, and eventually we'll get to them having a team. You know, more than likely Punk, LA Knight, Roman Reigns, Sami Zayn, Jey Uso, and then you'll have the Vision and probably Drew McIntyre and maybe someone else in there. But yeah, no, it's just exciting, I reckon.
I don't see Punk wanting to team with Roman anytime soon.
That'll be the storyline, though, I reckon.
Yeah, maybe.
We'll see.
Or Roman wanting to team with Punk, but yeah.
No. They've done it before.
Storyline-wise, anyway. Storyline. You know.
Done it before at Survivor Series, so you never know. Might do it again.
So these two guys have been around for ages, but it was my favourite match on Raw, Sheamus and Rusev, Mark 3. Or round 3, I should say. I just love it. I really love it. Stick him in a Hell in a Cell and give him an hour. I would not get bored. I think they're fucking quality. I know that you two have a fond affinity for both wrestlers. I think, Dave. Yeah. I just think they're money. And the only other talking point for Raw for me was Nikki Bella and Becky Lynch. That got a bit heated, didn't it?
Look how interesting Becky can be when she's not saddled with Lyra fucking Valkyria. Run over.
Yeah, I mean, your opinion, I know Dave is, shares that about Lyra, but I've thoroughly enjoyed their feud. I just, well, that is obviously Lyra and Bayley off the back of SummerSlam, I'd imagine. And now Nikki Bella and Becky Lynch.
Yeah, we'll see what we do with Bayley. Just back on Rusev and Sheamus quickly though. One of the highlights for the night for me is all throughout the night. You wonder why that match was on earlier, because all throughout the night they kept fighting backstage. Yeah. It was absolutely brilliant. It's a throwback to a Mankind and Undertaker Raw, but it was just, one, it was funny. Two, it was brutal. And the investment level for me has just gone way up. I mean, I love those two anyway, and like you say, this is going to be a big match. Or are they going to be the Bar 2.0, as Andy mentioned?
I'm telling you now, that's going to be a team. Anytime soon. Next, they might have another blow off, maybe at a PLE.
If Charlotte can do it, anyone can.
Yeah.
Indeed. Any other news this week that caught your fancy that you read? I read some interesting stuff about Karrion Kross possibly saying ta-ta to the WWE. I mean, I don't really know where he goes after his loss to Sammy, which is disappointing, but just doesn't seem to be working, does it? Me personally, I'd have him off the TV for ages and just filming segments for social media.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Because he got he actually did get a really good reaction at SummerSlam from not the best crowd in the world, and he always does on TV, doesn't he? But I don't know. I just can't figure it out. There's only so many spots, I suppose, but
yeah,
very odd.
As we have said. But yeah, very quiet week in wrestling. But we do urge you all to check out all our videos from last week, and we've got a bunch of videos coming out this week. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and also leave a comment if you agree, disagree. We'd love to hear from you. So thanks again for your time. Adios, amigos.